Hey there, Pardis and Ceraphina are here. I'm sure everyone was looking forward to them. Let's see what they do. First, Pardis. Pardis is our next unbalanced monster of a DPS. I look at him and this makes me wonder how even more broken the things are going to get. So, what does he have? Pretty much everything a DPS wants. Potency up to 100% at Z, check. Huge damage cap bonus, check. Increased buff caps, of course. Huge weakness coverage, that too. And he is very self-reliant on top of that. Oh, and he has the highest base physical attack stat up until now. Pardis owes a lot to his passives. Potency increase happens on max boost, which is easy. At max HP he gets the usual bonuses all DPS want. Thanks to his elevated physical attack buff cap, he only needs 20% more to max it out, and that's nothing. He also only attacks with sword, despite being a scholar. I guess it would have been strange if it were different. Now the main skills which make Pardis an even more fearsome unit. His EX ability gives him dead aim, lets him hit additional weaknesses, and gives more damage cap. The bonuses are boostable, so you can prepare everything in advance. Then his ult. It damages the team, heals him, gives him SP, and enables double cast. Team damage should amount to nothing, since Pardis is slow, and regen would kick in immediately after. Some more of his skills. An awfully convenient front row 30% buff. I'm surprised it's not a self-only buff. Same as with the passive, Pardis can take 20% more of attack buff. Then defense and soul rest debuff. 15% is solid, just needs to be extended. So Pardis has a lot of bonuses. How does the hit count look? It looks solid, up to 8 hits with his AoE move. But you need some SP support for that, since it takes 50 SP from the other front row characters, and if you double cast it, it takes it 2 times. So Shana will be handy here. A different skill he has is a 2-hit when double casted. Unless you are fighting some special NPC or a wave battle with multi-hit debuff, the 8-hit is always better. To sum up, there is barely anything to sum up really. Everyone was waiting for him to come out ever since his abilities were shown. He's amazing, pull without doubt if you have the rubies. Also don't rush with awakenings. Upgrading his ultimate is better than getting A1. But if his A4 just falls into your hands, it is infinitely better. Don't bet on it though. Now to Ceraphina. Damn, I was looking forward to her, but her kit is quite underwhelming sadly. Main thing she has is a new status effect, Cursed Spot. It makes ailments stick for longer, but also counters every ailment and enables all skills which rely on an ailment, making them effective as if you are hitting a weakness. Besides that, she has some underwhelming support skills and some damage capability, but it's all too outdated. So her Cursed Spot. I've already covered it briefly, but here are more details. It gets applied when Ceraphina hits a weakness. Thankfully she's going to do that a lot, but it applies it only for 2 turns, and she hits only light and dark, so there is some planning needed. She has an offensive passive buff for some reason, not even a front row one, and no damage cap. Pardis gets 200k and she gets none. We'll get to her offensive skills, she needs damage cap. Here's the more precise hit and weakness description. It sounds amazing at first, but there aren't that many characters who rely on ailments besides general cool ones. Maybe Frederica with her 10 hit fire and Herminia. And Ceraphina also has magical crit. About her support skills. They aren't bad, but I feel like they could have been better. Like her EX ability. It's supposed to be strong, and it gets outclassed by Primrose EX full team regen. And I don't understand what's the purpose of poison and bleed here if you apply Cursed Spot anyway. A very strange skill. Offensive buff is fine, it's getting common, but I'd rather have it than not. The debuff skills, I thought they are stronger at first. Imagine if they applied 30% debuff on Cursed Spot. That wouldn't have been too broken. But no, just the extended duration. The next skill mix is just mind-boggling. It's outdated. How does Shana outclass Ceraphina at every step? Undercooked. And here's ult also. Light press down is rare, but other than that it's meh. Her attack skills. 4 hit light with crit, 5 hit dark with burning. I just have no words. All in all, Ceraphina is extremely underwhelming. Her Cursed Spot has arguable usefulness, her support abilities could be better, and she is not a DPS unit despite having an offensive passive. I wouldn't call her useless, but she is replaceable in most cases. So if you don't get her on the banner she shares with Pardis, that's not a big loss. A shame, she has quite pretty skills. Thanks for watching.